national group of 31 councils who are pushing back against Three Waters. Communities for Local Democracy is who we are. Check out our website and our Facebook page. We're saying yes, we do need reform, but we're saying no to taking off the assets that us as ratepayers have paid for over decades without any compensation and with loss of local decision making, loss of local voice and accountability. We've been saying to the government, we only need three things. We need a regulator, and they've done that with Tomato ROI. We need some sustainable funding to help those genuine communities who do need investment to bring their infrastructure up to standard. Now, we don't need gold plated, but there are some communities who will need help, and rates will not do it. So we need sustainable funding, and we also need backstop enforcement to encourage and force councils and communities to bring their infrastructure where it is understanded up to par. Now, despite what the Prime Minister says, we don't all have slime and green frogs coming out of our taps.
Exactly.
Many communities in this country, including the Manawatu
We don't have COVID coming out of it either.
well over many decades. In fact, DIA said our infrastructure exceeded expectation, but it's not perfect. There are things to do, and we're saying to the government, we accept that, but please work with us. We've been to the government with technical reports. We've spoken to all of the political parties, including the minister, several times. We've showed them their model is flawed. We've also put on the table a couple of alternative models to prove to them that you don't need to take our assets. It can be done, it can be achieved without doing that. And don't micromanage communities and councils, because one size does not fit all. So
Right.
I'm asking you, please. So we've done the nice talking many times, it's not working. So what we need now is every person in the country who is opposed to this reform to make a submission. Now, there's many groups, including the Taxpayers Union, including Communities for Local Democracy, who on their website have easy, simple to use templates for you to make a submission. So please, over the next couple of weeks, do that. They have to be in by 5 o'clock on the 22nd of July. We need you to do that and to say that you're opposed. And if they turned a blind eye, as they have so far, and are determined to go ahead with this, we have one last chance next year at election time. Now, you've heard the opposition parties, particularly National and ACT, don't support what the government's doing. And last week we had a meeting with the Māori Party, and they don't support it either, perhaps for different reasons.
So they say now. Wait till the election time comes around and they'll be all over it.
And we've said, well, hang on a minute, you need a plan of how you're going to do that. But all they have to do is, if they are the government in the end of next year, is pass legislation to repeal the bill, and the status quo remains. So that gives us another opportunity to sit down with the new government and talk about how we do this. The reality is this is nonsense. We don't need to hand our assets over to achieve. We all want the same outcomes. We want good water and good infrastructure. We can do this together. So we've got to appeal to the government to stop this nonsense. Thank you.
Thank you.